station.
Yeah, why do you think Dad liked her so much?
Because she was fiercely loyal to him.
No, because she wasn't afraid to call people on their shit.
Chaos erupted at Gotham University after a mob organized to break, vandalize, and set fire to
Physical and mental preparation go hand in hand. Here, we can train the mind to prepare the body, but it requires deep focus. Let go of your grief and concentrate on my voice. Focus.
Hey, Mr. Kent 01, welcome to the deeper level. Appreciate the follow. Do me a huge favor, if you don't mind, and head over to my YouTube. I've got the same screen name, Deeper Depths, and hit that follow button as well. Hey, Warzin, appreciate the follow. Welcome to the deeper level.
I need information.
Do me a favor and do the same thing if you don't mind. Head over to my YouTube, which is also Deeper Depths, and hit that sub button if you don't mind. I'm a content creator over there, and I'm always dropping some fresh videos. And if you are a content creator, I've got a how-to video on hitting 1,000 subscribers.
Tell me everything.
Well, this is a new kind of dance. Here's what you gotta know.
Interesting.
Good, but don't get complacent. Someday, you'll surpass even me.
Bruce never mentioned Langstrom's name to you?
Not once, Master Richard. He had a variety of cases he kept from me, but never once.
Something
expect no less.
Shush.
Shush.
Let's go! So this isn't great. You can just let me go. Run if you want. I'll get ya. Where'd he go? Where the hell are you hiding? Come out! I know you're here.
Hey, Ghost of Sparta, what's up? Man, trying to get it in. I'm doing a new game plus on Gotham Knights.
How'd he get away?
As a matter of fact, let me move my chat box. See how that looks.
He got away.
Still the same guy, I feel you.
You'll be okay. I promise.
You're ready to move on. Sharpen your basic combat skills against this opponent.
You and me, now!
Okay, gotcha. I feel you. Good deal. Good to know, buddy. Hey, babe. Back at it again.
As expected. Well done. When an enemy blocks your attack, break through their defenses with a heavy strike. You're ready to move on.
Actual name is Landon. Okay, Landon. Good deal, man.
Someday, you'll surpass even me.
Yeah, I'm going through this training again on the new game plus because that's a really easy way to get experience, is just to do all of these trainings again. And it's really good experience at that. So just working the system, you know. Oh yeah, hype for God of War, yes sir. It's right around the corner. It's next week, ain't it?
Leave me be!
I expect no less.
Yeah, God of War is gonna be the bomb, bro.
Someday, you'll surpass even me.
See what else we got. Okay. Basic training. Jamina 518, what's good? Over on Twitch. Hit that follow button if you don't mind. Or slide over on YouTube and hit that sub button, same handle. Just getting it in on some Gotham Knights, all is well. Appreciate that follow. How's your day going? All right, so I got to do smoke bomb training and then momentum training. So let me do that right quick. Oh, I got you. Believe me, I understand. You know, it only seems to be so much time in a day, and sometimes we just can't do it all. I can definitely relate, though. You know, myself and my wife, we lead full lives. So, you know, I'm a content creator part-time. And then on nights after I get off work, I stream. So sometimes it never seems to be enough time in your day. And then you add kids in the mix of all of that and schedules with them, and
Good, but don't get complacent.
so it can just have you running like all day, literally. Yeah, that's right, babe. I mean, like, it it's just constantly something all the time. Yep, busy day for me. Um, so you know, this is kind of my way that I unwind. Is just doing this.
Someday you'll surpass even me.
Hey, pellet therapy, what's good? I just got through talking to Sleeper Kid not even 10, 15 minutes ago. He was sending me some of those pictures from Sunday that he took.
Unfortunately, to many on the force he was, but never to the ones who mattered.
Oh, Alfred. Yeah.
All right, I got to do smoke bomb training and piercing training. Yeah, I'm about to get there.
Okay, what was that? A vigilante? Shit! I've got to find him. Bring it on, Robin.
Yes, I did see Black Adam. As a matter of fact,
As expected.
I want to say we went to watch that last Thursday or either the Thursday, whatever the release date was. We went and saw it on the early day. How about yourself? Have you seen it yet?
Someday you'll surpass
Okay, yeah,
even me.
Thursday before last is when we went and saw it. Yeah. All right, now I need to do guard break training. There we go. What'd you think about it?
Trying to show off?
You're ready to move on.
You know what? The post-credit scene was worth the ticket price. And what I mean by that, not that Black Adam itself was a bad movie. It's just that the post-credit scene was so gas, it was so hype that yeah, like for real. And what I like about The Rock in that instance, as it relates to the post-credit scene, like him and Henry Cavill are friends, like in real life, and he fought hard
Someday you'll surpass
and
even
went
me.
to bat to make sure that Henry Cavill returned as Superman. Because, like, honestly, in my opinion, Henry Cavill is the greatest Superman of all time. I mean, he fits the role. He looks like him. He's got the size. I mean, I just couldn't imagine nobody else, at least for the next 10 years, playing Superman. I mean, like, he's not done. He's in his prime. So I just don't get the studio, how often they change people up. You know, I understand contracts and all that, but instead of giving these people like 3 movie deals, I mean, give them somewhere between 5 and 10 movie deals. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know you can't never predict the future, but still, and that's just like the guy that plays Spider-Man, Tom Holland.
Really looks
His
like
contract got renewed as Spider-Man. I mean, but that's the way it should be. I mean, if these people are in their prime,
you should
you know,
give
use
yourself
them
a
until, you know, you
You
can't
tell
use them
me
anymore.
and everyone else here what it means to be strong, to accept help, to conquer your fears and turn them into something good is inspiring.
You make it sound simple.
Okay, piercing training and evade training.
Time your dodge to create an opening for a powerful counterattack.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just a no-brainer to have that guy as Superman right now. And you know, they because it was in limbo during the time they made Shazam. Because when you see the post-credit scene on Shazam, even though they showed Superman in it, they never did show his face. You know, they just showed him from the neck down because they wasn't really sure if they would renew the contract with Henry Cavill. So I mean, I'm really cheering for DC. You know, I hope that they get to the level that the MCU is on as it relates to, you know, stuff being written as well as it is and tying everything in. You know, DC just has never done a great job with grouping together superheroes. I mean, now as it relates to solo movies, oh, DC is legit. Like if you look at the first Wonder Woman, the first Aquaman, uh, the first Superman, Man of Steel, um, you know, Batman. I mean, they can do a origin story. They can do a first film well. They have no issues doing that. They knock it out of the park every time. Shazam, see, absolutely. Batman trilogy, legendary. You know, the ones that Christopher Nolan directed. Again, I don't get it why you don't bring Christopher Nolan back. Again, that was Christopher Nolan's thing. He didn't want to swap Batman actors if he couldn't have the actor of Batman, which I can't. His name is not really coming to mind. Oh goodness. Christian Bale. Yeah, Christian Bale. I had to Google it because that was gonna bother me. I wanted to say Chris, but yeah, Christian Bale.
Someday you'll surpass
So
the
his
enemy.
thing was if he couldn't have Christian Bale as his Batman, he didn't want to do it. And again, Christian Bale was in his prime. However, in defense of Batfleck, Ben Affleck, looking back at it, he actually was a good Batman. I mean, it took a minute to adjust to it because again, we're going from Christian Bale, so I just couldn't see anybody else. I couldn't get past that. Didn't want to give anybody else a chance. But after looking back at Ben Affleck's performance, yeah, you know, I wish he had got his own solo movie as Batman. I think it was the one that he was working on trying to direct, but uh the new I got mixed thoughts on that. Um wow, that's tough. Let me see how I want to word this. Okay. So,
So I have a plan for analyzing.
number one, you got the whole thing going on with Flash as an individual. Okay. The actor, Ezra Miller. He's got this whole thing that he's going through like in real life where he actually had a robbery charge, a kidnapping charge. I mean, just crazy stuff. Whereas most people are getting counseled for the slightest of things. This guy, Ezra Miller, is out here wilding out and acting a fool and doesn't even get, reprimanded by it. G Davis, what's good, brother? Not much, man. Just talking to Jamina about, my thoughts on the upcoming Flash movie. You're actually just now tuning in while I'm talking about that. So
You're not mad at
here's
me,
the thing.
Hank.
I wanted the Flash movie to happen, but it wasn't because of Ezra Miller. Again, like I said, Ezra Miller is out here wilding out, doing whatever he wants to do
What's bothering you?
in a council culture where most people are counseled for their actions. But here it is, Ezra Miller has
About this either.
repeatedly
Pissed off.
caught charges, repeatedly done dumb stuff. All right, you've got the life of an actor. You're Flash. I mean, you've got it made. You've got what most people would consider a dream job, and you out here goofing up on the butt naked, just like for no reason. So I'm not an Ezra Miller fan, hands down. However, what I was looking forward to with the Flash movie is the fact that they was bringing back Michael Keaton as Batman. That's the Batman of my generation, okay? 1989. I grew up in the 80s, so
Why?
I saw Michael Keaton as Batman first on the big screen. Now, of course, I saw Adam West on the original Batman TV series stuff. That stuff was still on TV, when I was growing up. Of course, it came out in the 60s, but still, that was still in rotation and on networks when I was growing up. So he was the first person I saw on television as Batman. But of course,
You're not
in the big screen, it was Michael Keaton. So I was looking forward to the Flash movie because they was talking about, Flash going back in time and all of this stuff, and Michael Keaton was going to be the Batman. So I was looking forward
like a
to him reprising that role and donning the cape one more time. Well, then he was also going to be in the Batgirl movie, which was finished. It was done. So then WB merges with Discovery, or however that worked. Discovery bought him out, or whatever the case was. Well, $90 million project, Batgirl, the movie gets canceled. Okay, but here it is. Ezra Miller is out here committing crimes in real life, but, we don't scrap it. Or at least not initially. I don't know if it's been scrapped now, but, anyway, then they made the decision, I heard, to scrap Michael Keaton as Batman, and then they signed, I think it was Ben Affleck, for a 2-movie deal. So I don't know, Gary. What's the deal on that?
Of course.
Are they done with that movie? Because like G Davis, Jamina is a movie buff, like for real, for real. I mean, this is what he do, movies and comics. What have you heard about that, Gary? Are they still doing the movie, or is it just scrapped completely? Because I know Ben Affleck is going to be in Aquaman 2, I think, as Batman. So that was one of the movies in his 2-movie deal, but I didn't know if The Flash was the other one, or where they're still at on the project. I hadn't kept up with it because, like I said, when they said Michael Keaton wasn't going to be a part of it, like I was done. I wasn't really tripping. But so I hadn't kept up with it, so I don't know if they're still doing it or not.
And the author doesn't even bother to use Oxford commas.
Reading a different book?
Okay, Ben Affleck is working on Aquaman. Okay, cool. So yeah, so I knew that had to be one of those movies that he was doing in the 2-movie deal. Because see, Aquaman was supposed to have been out as well, but I think they went and reshot scenes with Ben Affleck, coming back. Yo, Sleeper Kid, what's up, brother? Hopefully all is well with you, sir. Just going through right now of this new game plus and leveling up Robin. All of the knights, because progression is concurrent with all of the knights. So just leveling up, trying to hit level 40, and then I'm gonna start doing grinding for legendary gear, trying to get ready for the new Heroic Assault 4-player mode that's coming out November 29th. I've got a Discord, Jamina, but I don't really use it. I'm mostly just on here and YouTube. And also, too, don't forget to slide by YouTube if you can, Jamina, and hit that sub button. Would greatly appreciate it. Absolutely free.
Don't see anything to worry about.
Attention. Where's the damn car?
Going on? He's late.
Yeah, you're gonna be late because I'm choking him out right now.
We'll give him a few more minutes.
I don't think he's showing up.
Dr. Kirk Langstrom was murdered. Tell me what you know.
Okay, so they're doing Flash is still on track for release, scheduled for June 23 of 23 premiere date. Things could change. Talking about replacing hey, man, listen. I hate to see anybody lose their job, but Ezra Miller, they need to replace that dude. Because that dude is on something else, man. Like, he's a liability for the brand. I mean, like, for real, for real. Doing reshoots of all of the scenes with toss-up. Got it. I feel you. Appreciate it, Jamina. Digital Variable, what's good? Welcome to the stream. My second playthrough is with Robin. I did my first playthrough with Red Hood. And so now I'm on the Robin train and loving it. First with Tim, second will be Red Hood. Yes, G Davis, I have. And dude, it is dope. Telling you, man, mods is where it's at. Yeah, great design on that suit. And the thing too, digital variable, like I haven't even played with anybody else, like none of the other knights outside of Red Hood and Robin. I hadn't played with Nightwing or Batgirl yet. Because like I said, I just wanted to do a true playthrough. Because like I didn't touch nobody else outside of Red Hood. Once I started the main game, before I did New Game Plus, like I strictly did Red Hood and that was it. Yeah, Gary, it's coming. I mean, it's coming. Matter of fact, I'm surprised that it hadn't been done already. But you're right. That Arkham Batman is coming, bro. Yep, I'm surprised I hadn't seen that yet. Yep, just go on and get it over with, because it's gonna happen.
Only reason your Lassie team won is because they played well.
Okay, let's see. That's at the top of the map. Where am I at? Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, so I'm headed in the right direction. Trying to make sure I wasn't wasting time. Yeah, I saw that, man, that he left The Witcher. I actually saw the show, but never played the video game. And I'm so glad that CD Projekt Red, the development team of the video game, because The Witcher 3 was legendary. I think it was like Game of the Year or something. But I never played any of them. Because, of course, that's what got the show popular, was the game initially. But they said they were doing a remake of all the Witcher games on next-gen consoles. So I'm definitely going to play through them. But now that Henry Cavill has that DC contract check, I mean, that's all he needs. I'm sure he wants to focus just solely on, because acting, man, it's a job. Like, until you, sometimes people be doing dual movies. You know, they'll be recording something or filming something and working on something else the whole time. And trying to do dual roles. I know that's some work. I just know that's a job. You lag, Jamina? Is that what you were saying? You lag? There we go. Question mark. Question mark. Come here, man. Come here, dude. Hey, Rage, what's good, brother? Good to see you on tonight, man. Just on this new game plus for Gotham Knights. Trying to get it in.
Sweet dreams. Down for the count.
All right, let's see if I can get this guy now.
Looks like we got company, freaks. Keep your eyes out.
We got a freak down over here.
Dr. Kirk Langstrom was murdered. Tell me.
Ooh, boy, that's stealth, son. That's stealth.
I didn't have nothing to do with him getting pinned to the wall. Man, now I won't get that super hearing he promised.
Belfry,
Well, I like gaming.
why Langstrom was
We have Tali's location. Prepared to talk to her while we figure out a new plan.
Always have.
Thanks.
He's not here.
Since a little kid. Probably started gaming when I was 3? No, 4? Cause like we had a Nintendo, 8-bit Nintendo. Yeah, you right, G Davis. He got that big check. But yeah, I've been gaming since I was 4 years old. I can remember we had an 8-bit Nintendo. The first game I ever played was Super Mario Brothers, of course. And then after that, I think the second game was Duck Hunt. And then after Duck Hunt, it was Contra. But you know, those were the days. You know, 8-bit Nintendo, like I said, the graphics couldn't hold a candle to where we are now. But as far as replayability and fun factor, you had it with those classic systems. And maybe because that's all we had, I don't know. You know, there wasn't a game dropped every month. Or let me just say we didn't get a game every month. So we had to learn how to replay stuff. Oh, Mario is the bomb. Like if there had been no Mario, a lot of games wouldn't exist. You know, because they existed, we are where we are now. Hey, Nava Flow, what's good, brother? Oh, your granny had an Atari? Dude, that's what's up, man. Man, that's awesome. Hold up, I'm getting toe up.
Get ready, Robin.
Damn freak. He's a runner. Stop him.
Yeah, that's definitely crowd control, that attack right there. And you know, G Davis, that's the same thing that Sleeper Kid was saying, is that it was his mom that actually introduced him to gaming. I think Pac-Man was the first game that he was introduced to. He was talking about that on an interview on the podcast. So it's just nice to know that it was girl gamers even before we knew girl gamers was a thing. Yeah, so your granny, G Davis, was ahead of her time.
I've gotten pretty good at this.
Oh, hey, yeah. For real, G Davis, already. Yeah, Nava Flow. Man, listen. N64. Me and G Davis talk about this all the time, Nava. If you look at the Nintendo 64, okay, just as far as a system, it's goated. I mean, hands down, it's goated. And here's why. Okay, Call of Duty. There would be no Call of Duty if there had not been a GoldenEye 007. Okay, you had 4 plug-in ports on the system. It was innovative. Couch co-op was the bomb. It had the best games. Mario Kart 64. I mean, Killer Instinct Gold. Perfect Dark. Man, the Nintendo... it's goated. I mean, hands down, it's goated. When you look at fun factor, legendary titles, first party developer games, that's in the conversation. Like hands down. To me, I'm going #1 system of all time. Nintendo 64. I mean, I know it's a lot of systems out now, but if I had to choose one system that's the GOAT, Nintendo 64. Because of how innovative it was and how instrumental it was to inspiring where we are in gaming right now. And I mean, look at the hype behind them remaking GoldenEye, because you know they're talking about releasing it on Xbox and PC, and the internet went nuts the day that they announced it. Stop shooting him so I can get a perfect attack. Here, come here, come here. Come on this side.
You better give yourself up.
Oh, no problem, Digital Variable. You good, bro. Hit that sub button on the YouTube if you hadn't already. Certainly would appreciate the support.
It's going down. Baby birdie right.
Come to reinforcements.
Feel the heat. Got caught in cook.
Yeah, it's Nintendo. Hands down. Yeah, Mario Party, Nava Flow. Yeah, G Davis, it's Nintendo, man. Like, hands down. It's goated. And I mean, I love PlayStation 5. I love Xbox Series X. But man, forget a PlayStation, bro. When it comes to N64, I'm telling you, it ain't even close.
Belfry, call paramedics. An officer is down.
Paramedics will be there soon.
Huh, that was easy.
All right, let's go talk to Talia. Yeah, GameCube was good too.
Thanks. First.
I mean, even though N64 was my favorite system in the but Nintendo was always a #1 contender when it came to console gaming. You know, PlayStation, once they started doing like the Wii,
Couldn't find any results.
and that's my, I gotta be careful when I say PS because my voice activation deal comes on. Oh, you still got yours, Sleep? What? But yeah, I think Nintendo kind of lost their, well, no, I ain't gonna say they lost their way because it's a totally different market that they cater to. So they went after the kids rather than the adult gamers. Once they started doing the Wii, so I get it. Like, from a business standpoint, I mean, Nintendo is still on top, whether people, you know, believe it or not. You know, PlayStation, Xbox, they have a lot of games that are hits. Don't get me wrong. But Nintendo's marketing and the people that they cater to, they still getting paid. Like, hands down. Yeah, Pokemon. Pokemon by that's what I'm talking about. Pokemon. There you go, Slayer World. That in itself alone, I mean, you good. Right. That's it. Nintendo stayed focused on kids. You know, they knew what their niche was, and they wasn't tripping. They was like, okay, look, Xbox and PlayStation, y'all can have it. We good. We just gonna do this over here and own these IPs that we got, you know, like Pokemon and stuff like that. I mean, it's exclusive. That's the only place you can get it. And whether people know it or not, the fan base for Pokemon is legendary.
Belfry, I'm approaching Talia's location.
Good. Don't trust her for a
Yeah, no issue. No issue, G Davis. Just Pokemon and Mario and you straight.
So you are
Cause when you say the Mario brand,
League of Shadows?
you talking
I'm not their
in this new Mario thing that's out, that's on Switch, Mario plus Rabbids or whatever that is,
Sure, that was
it's going smooth off right now.
get the job.
Any Mario adventure game, any Mario Kart, just the Mario brand by itself. And then they got the movie that's finna drop. Nintendo is good, bro. That's why I be trying to tell folks, man, listen, whether you play it or not, whether the system is something that you keep in your rotation or not, it don't matter, man. Nintendo is getting money.
I warned him that Batman would be his downfall. But repeated exposure to
Slayer World, there you go. Zelda.
down a subject
Game over. Because like this new Zelda, this man,
erased.
y'all actually,
Is that why you burned
And-
your dad's body? After stabbing him? That looks like revenge.
you can't hate on Nintendo. I
Consider it
mean,
a logical choice.
if there was no Nintendo, hands down, there would be nothing else. Matter of fact, Nintendo's business model was so solid
Now they want me
that
dead.
that's what made Sony and Xbox
Does all
enter
this
the
mean you're
game.
done with Gotham?
I mean, that's what made those investors, those companies look at, hey, maybe we need to start developing games because Nintendo has the industry locked down. Like literally, Nintendo ran Sega out of business. You know, and I love Sega products. I had the first Sega Genesis.
No.
I had the Sega CD. I had a Sega Saturn, which arguably I like my Sega Saturn more than I did my PlayStation.
I know you.
It's just that Sony had too much money. They really couldn't compete. But
Ongoing. Left behind
yeah, it
by
easy money. G Davis, easy
I wish
money.
you the best of luck. You'll be needing it soon. Because once the league regains its footing,
I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Whether or not Switch or Nintendo is still something you choose to play, that's fine. But there is not a negative thing a person should be able to say about Nintendo as a brand.
Honestly.
If so, they just talking out the side of their mouth. Because you don't know gaming.
I think
If you don't hold Nintendo,
Figures.
um,
Is that why you didn't bring up
if you don't put them on top.
that was intentional. I'm not going to give information.
And I'm
like
talking
that to someone I don't
overall.
trust.
Good thinking.
Like
Over and out.
they on top overall.
We have a situation. Can you get back to the Belfry?
What can I help you with?
We got a message from Harley Quinn. You're gonna want to hear this.
Harley Quinn. As in. Oh boy.
Absolutely, Slayer World, you can't miss. Because here's the thing. You know, the kids ain't got money, but their parents do. And guess what? Parents want to see their kids happy. So if the kids is like, hey, you know, Mom, I want this Switch or whatever the case may be, guess who gonna go out and buy it? So the kids really ain't got to have no money. I mean, because when I was growing up, I didn't have none either. Everything that I got was because my parents bought it. And it was Nintendo products. I mean, they've been on. Matter of fact, Nintendo. Oh, it is. It is, G Davis. It's a great system. And then when they dropped the Nintendo Switch OLED, it's a great system. I mean, that's why I was saying the game Fire Emblem. Like, I totally would play that RPG if I had a Switch, but I just don't have one. Now, my son had one, but when he wanted to get his Xbox Series X, I told him he had to make a choice. You know, because shoot, these games ain't cheap these days, y'all. And because he ain't got no money, guess what? That left me paying for it. So I was like, okay, look, you can get it, but you're going to have to trade some stuff in. And so,
Do we think it's?
oh
legit?
yeah, Navaflow, for sure.
Bruce never talked to me about it.
when Bruce worked with criminals, he didn't exactly keep.
It's
us alive.
priceless, Slayer.
Yeah, it's not usual.
It's priceless.
But it's also not crazy to think that Harley
I mean,
made
like,
this up.
Just
sometimes when we in the
and we'll know.
man cave hanging out and, you know, my son is gaming, just knowing that was my thing growing up, to have a son that's doing it is just dope, you know. It's awesome because that was my hobby. Like, that's what I did.
Oh boy.
So I probably been gaming now for 36 years. And that's the only thing I've ever really done. As a matter of fact, you know, me and G Davis is classmates. So everything that's cool and popular now, like, we took the hits for it.
Hasn't
You
Harley
know,
Quinn been out of Gotham ever
Growing
since,
up, we was the
you know,
kids bringing Nintendo Power magazines in our book bag to school. you know, bringing our trading cards to class and, you know, trading X-Men cards back in the day. You know, that was us. And we was teased for it. You know, we was teased for, you know, reading comic books and stuff like that. Now it's hot all of a sudden. It's popular. You know, what would the industry be now without gaming, comics, and superhero movies? Like, that's what's running the game right now. That's what's making these companies billions and billions of dollars. But we've been on it. You see, we knew what it was. You know, a lot of people get caught up in this stuff now and they're like, oh, this is just the greatest thing. But this stuff was out in the 60s, even before our time.
Batman. Or us.
Bruce always tried to give criminals a chance to rehabilitate. Maybe she was thinking
A time. Yes, sir, Slayer World. Yeah, those were the days, Nava. Those were the days, G. Davis. Yes, sir. Matter of fact, we used to have games on our TI 82 calculators. They used to have the Hangman game, and then you could also get like other games installed on it. I mean, we was playing games on whatever you could play games on.
What Talia said about the League is concerning. If they really are without a leader, then
There's no telling what they'll do next. Think they'll behave and stay put for a change?
I doubt it.
Nah, it was worth a shot.
Go to the chess table. All right, that's the easy experience. Let's do it. Hey, you hear me, G. Davis? The cool nerds is on top.
Playing with a ghost, Alfred?
You might say that.
Yes, Slayer, that's that way back machine. Hey, you remember Nava Flow? Yes, sir.
I couldn't save our board from the manor, but I do have our notes.
My thoughts on the Suicide Squad game, digital variable. I can tell you this much. They just announced that the two heads of Rocksteady Studios that's developing the game, the ones that made Arkham Knight, left the studio just last week. But they did ensure us that the game was practically finished. So the fact that Rocksteady Studios did the game, I feel hopeful. And the fact that it's a looter, 4-player out the gate, I love the idea, man. Because me personally, like, I cheer for the bad guys. I'm a fan of villains. So, like, I'm that person that's in the movie theater cheering for the bad guy. That's why I've always liked wrestling so much, is because wrestling was really one of the first entities to let the bad guy win publicly. So the fact that Justice League Kill the Suicide Squad is allowing us to play with villains, man, double me down, please. Double me down. Matter of fact, that's really the only thing I was upset about this year that got pushed back was Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I thought that actually was going to come out before this, because if you think about it, at the Game Awards last year, they practically showed what looked like finished gameplay. So I thought it was on course. But anyway, you know, it's cool because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind waiting on a project that's going to be stellar. So I'm ready for it. Like that is probably my most, well, no, I ain't going to say that. 2023 got some bangers. I mean, you got Spider-Man 2, you got Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, you got Final Fantasy 16, maybe Wolverine. I don't know if it'll be ready by then, but potentially Wolverine. If not, I think it'll drop 2024. man, 2023 is stacked, yo. Um, but yeah, Midnight Suns next month. I'm on it. I mean, that's totally like my style of gaming. Because I'm just a huge RPG type buff. That's why I like this so much, because of the RPG mechanics. But yeah, Midnight Suns, the whole card aspect, I know a lot of people were upset about that, but to me, that's what sets it apart. I mean, like, we need it to be a card game. Because, I mean, if it's just going to be another game like all the rest, then what's the point of playing it to begin with? We'll just play those style games if that's what we want to play. 2024, yeah, and that's realistic, because again, you got to think, man. Insomniac is hard at work on Spider-Man 2. I mean, that by itself is a massive project. I just don't see them doing 2 games of that caliber and doing them right by trying to drop them in the same year. Number one, you want to keep momentum going. Not to say that their development team ain't capable. Because in my opinion, Insomniac, to me now, and this is just me, Insomniac is the greatest development team right now. To me, they on top. I mean, I can't find no fault with the games that they make. So if you want somebody making more Marvel branded stuff, they put it in the hands of the right people, because they're building their own universe. So just like we're getting Wolverine, I mean, who's to say that they won't get the rights to do an entire X-Men game? So I'm really looking, I mean, the next 5 years of gaming is going to be out of this world as it relates to the Marvel IPs. Yeah, now if it's Marvel, I'm trying it. I mean, folks can say, and even Marvel's Avengers, I liked it. I mean, I ain't got no problem with it. Yes, it might need new content, this, that, and other. But as far as the fighting mechanics, they knocked it out the park. There it is, digital. Exactly. Like, and that's why I say that we're in one of the golden eras of gaming again, because of what you just said. The fact that we got so many superhero games coming down the pipeline, because you got Wonder Woman that's going to be in development. I still wish we could have got that MMORPG, the Marvel MMORPG. Of course, it got canceled, but that's my ultimate goal, to see either a Marvel, in which I know you got DC Universe, but I'm saying current. I would like to see somebody develop a DC MMORPG or a Marvel MMORPG. Something that's on the caliber of like a Final Fantasy 14. I mean, dude, like that's all I would play, because I'm a career Final Fantasy 11 online, which was the first Final Fantasy online. I played that game literally from 2002 to 2017. So 15 years straight, I played that game. And the only reason I stopped was because one of my best friends died back in 2016. And we used to all play the game together. And when he died, you know, I stopped playing it, because every time I played it, you know, I thought about him. So I couldn't do it and really enjoy the game. So I stopped playing it. But again, I played that game for 15 years straight, and that only. So that's really what I've been looking for, is that next game. And Final Fantasy 14 is good, but again, that's a game I can't play, because it still feels like 11. So I just can't do it. But that's really what I want, is that next live service MMORPG something I can just say, hey, I'm playing this and this alone,
Years at least.
and I'd be good. And I really wish that would come through in a Marvel IP. Oh yeah, they got them Disney funds, bro. Yeah, and you know what? Elden Ring is definitely a game of the year contender. I mean, it personally wasn't my game or my style of game, but dude, I respect it, like hands down. I mean, if they said tomorrow that Elden Ring was game of the year, I'd be fine with it. I wouldn't have no issue whatsoever. I mean, From Software did the fool on that one. And I think their next game, they said, was already in development earlier this year. You know what, Nava? Exactly, man. Exactly. Real talk.
Balloons and a riot. Definitely on the right track.
You know what? I know that we're getting the Twisted Metal TV series. I think that's going to be on Netflix, G. Davis. But you are absolutely right. I would love to see a current gen Twisted Metal.
How to make you feel welcome.
Yeah, Shadows die twice. Sekiro or Sekiro, however you say that. Yeah, I've heard good things about that game. If that's the one I'm thinking about, like the ninja game. But now I've heard that that it's like a soul style game. So yeah, if you like Elden Ring, you definitely gonna love that. I'll skip all this stuff because I done it before in the main story. Yeah, me too, Digital.
Miss Harley Quinn. She's something.
Hey, Biggs, you better let him not be any. Christ! Looking for trouble, loser?
I like how agile Robin feels. And I think Tim Drake, that Nightwing, Dick Grayson is that same way, probably plays that same way.
Uh-oh. That's not good. He's back!
Telling you, if you look at it, this game, as far as the lighting and everything, it really looks good.
I remember seeing an elevator in the Nexus.
Yeah, Nava, I feel
There's
you.
a button marked basement.
Hey, appreciate it, Slayer World. Man, I really do. Appreciate that so much. Yeah, Robin feels good, Nava Flow. But yeah, like I tell people all the time, Slayer World, no people, no community. So, you know what? And I certainly wouldn't mind digital. We can actually run sometime tomorrow if you want, because what I got to do is I've been streaming now for about an hour and 10 minutes. Or no, an hour and 20 minutes. I looked at that wrong. And so I haven't ate yet. So I'm going to have to run downstairs and grab something to eat. And so by the time I do that, it'll be time to hop on my next game, which is going to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Which I won't be streaming that, though. I'll just kind of be playing that on the couch, just hanging out. But yeah, man, we can definitely run tomorrow. You know, yeah, if I'm on, yeah, definitely don't be afraid to hit me up. Yeah, because normally me and Nava run. Uh, 1 to 10 on this game, Slayer World. You stuck at home, man. I get it. I get it. No doubt. No doubt. 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it an 8, in my opinion. And the reason why is because of several reasons. Storyline, how well the actors did in playing the roles, making them their own, the narrative side of it, and then two, just the lore of Gotham. I mean, this game really draws you in because it feels so Gotham, if that makes sense. So yeah, I love it. Now, of course, if they did a 60 FPS update, I mean, don't get me wrong, to me it's playable, even at 30. But 60 FPS would just be over the top for this game. Oh, I got you, bro. It's all good, Nava. I think I unlocked the deal to grab bigger enemies too. He looking. Trying to figure it out.
Looks like we got a party crasher.
I'm here to crash the party, buddy. I'm here to crash the party, buddy.
I have a feeling Harley already knows what I'm going to find down here. What is it that she wants me to see?
Okay. All right, y'all. I'm finna go ahead and come down and eat. So I'm gonna end the stream right here, kind of refresh myself, get some food in me, because you know I hadn't had nothing since lunchtime today. So let me go ahead and do that. And yeah, but I'll be back tomorrow with another stream. Digital, I don't know if they'll add more heroes on this, but I definitely see them adding more villains. I do see that. Okay, you from Philly. That's what's up. Yeah, go Philly, man. Go Philly. I'm from Texas, so you know, we in that thing too. But yeah, GG everybody. We'll catch up later. If you have not subbed, make sure that you hit that sub button, hit that like button, and also hit that notification button so that you're notified every time I go live and more content becomes available. If you're streaming or watching over on YouTube, if you're watching over on Twitch, hit that follow button. Certainly would appreciate it. Good stream tonight, people. Good conversation. Always love chopping it up and talking to you. But I'll see you again on the next stream. Peace.